Mic's ready, guys? Ready? We have Rachin Ravindra from New Zealand, and he's ready to take your questions. Who wants to go first? Yeah, take it.
Hi, Rachin, from India News. Quick question. The Asian teams were looking very favorites. You guys came to the party and destroyed everyone, and most of them are going out. What did you guys get right?
I wouldn't say we're destroying them. I think obviously it's a hell of an achievement to beat Sri Lanka in their home conditions. I think we know what a great side they are, especially in Colombo, and immensely proud of the group for the fight they showed, and to have contributions across the board is extremely pleasing. I guess something we pride ourselves on as a Black Caps team is adaptation, and we've been playing in these conditions for a period of time now, and I think as a group we're getting better at playing spin, and it's testament to our trainings back home and the domestic program, etc. So we're all developing, and we just try to do our best in each moment, and lucky enough it was good enough today.
Rachin, the pitch seemed to change quite drastically midway through your innings, the New Zealand innings. How did the side adapt to that, particularly because as it was changing, you lost a cluster of wickets? So what were some of the conversations that were taking place within the dugout?
I think what was extremely pleasing is the calmness shown by Sat and Cole in that amazing partnership, and obviously we know the quality of Sat, but obviously Cole and being able to absorb a bit of pressure, and obviously credit to the Sri Lankan bowlers. They bowled really well, stump to stump, changed their pace, made it hard for the boys, especially us, losing a few wickets. But I think, again, it's the calmness of the group, and realising, I think there's the shorter boundary on one side, and trusting our games. And I guess we probably discussed 140, 150 as we lost a few wickets was going to be a great score, and whatever we got was a bonus. And I think the boys took it deep really well, and set an amazing platform for us to bowl on that wicket. And we probably would have actually bowled first as well. So that's just the way cricket in the subcontinent goes.
Hi Rachin, really well played. Cole, talking during the mid-innings, he spoke about the interesting fields that Sri Lanka spinners had employed today, especially with the boundary dimensions unequal on both sides. So what did you see when you were batting out there? And also when you came on to bowl, what was your approach to your fields as a spin bowler?
Yeah, I guess you always teeing the ball away from the right hander. You always thought you're going to bowl from to the short side to the leg side. So for me, it wasn't giving them too much opportunity to use that side and operate slightly wider outside off. And lucky for me, there was a lot of turn and bounce in the wicket, which enabled me to sort of which suits my bowling, the sort of up and down nature. And I think the great thing about our team is the comms we have within a spin unit. Obviously Cole took the first few overs, and he mentioned what was working, and Santner as well, and having a leader like Santner of our spin bowling group is fantastic. So yeah, I mean, Fields, definitely I think Sri Lanka bowled amazing through that middle, and put a lot of pressure on us, and for us it's trying to squeeze when we can when there's a new batter, trying to make sure there's a couple of dots, string them together, creates a bit of pressure on these services.
Having spent time out in the middle, a considerable amount of time out in the middle, how impressive was it what Santner and McConkey managed to pull off in those death overs?
It was amazing. I can't do half of what those guys do, and that's why I guess I'm a top order batter. And I think it was amazing to see. I think we were definitely a bit nervous in the dugout, and then we saw how they absorbed and just applied pressure back at the right time. And I think they both realised in terms of the wickets that we had, and it was awesome to have a left right as well, and it looked like they targeted that shorter side and ran really hard. And it's obviously something we pride ourselves on as a New Zealand team, being able to be malleable and being able to do different things in different pressure times. But I think that the trust in each other is fantastic as a group, and we know we've hopefully got the squad to get the job done on the day.
Plebs.
The equation is pretty simple for you guys now. Win your next game against England and then qualify for the semi-finals. You reckon you'll fancy your chances given the fact that England have not played at this venue as yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're always confident going into these fixtures, especially when we know what the surface is going to be like. But I think that it'd be silly to underestimate England at any point. They're obviously such a quality unit, and they've shown their spin bowling and how well they've been bowling. And I mean, they've got world-class batters throughout their order, and so it's nothing necessarily like that. Obviously, we'll take confidence from today and move on, but realise in 2 days' time it's a different challenge, and hopefully we can be up for it.
Nagraj, you can ask. Yeah, you can ask. Yes.
Hey Raj, you mentioned shorter boundaries in a couple of your answers. You batted pretty well at the beginning. It's not that easy to just exploit the shorter boundaries, isn't it? What I want to ask you is exactly like how Santner and Cole really use the shorter boundary, but how challenging also it is for a batter to exploit a shorter boundary.
For sure. I mean, when you see a boundary like that, the nature and tendency is as a bowling team to defend it, and you've got to be creative with the angles you hit and places you stand in the crease to be able to access that. And I think those two were brilliant. You know, you could see they were in a wide hole sort of field, and Sanders was hitting that, and Cole was across the stumps and being able to pick up, you know, a leg cutter over mid wicket with his wrist was fantastic. You know, that stuff is incredible skill, and like I said before, the way they absorbed for a period of time and were clear about the way they wanted to go about it in the last 4 or 5 overs was extremely pleasing to see. And you know, as a New Zealand team, it's fantastic to see the boys throughout the order doing their thing.
One final one for me, Santner. He's just so laconic, cool-headed, but clearly he's a master tactician, right?
Yeah, I mean, you probably don't see it on the field, but he's obviously, we all know how chill he is, but also his mind and his thinking and what bowlers to bowl from what end is fantastic. But I think more than anything, he leads through his performance and his work ethic, and he backs you and he pumps your tyres a lot. And I think it's great to have a leader like that. Makes you feel 10 feet tall and bulletproof every time you go out onto the field, and he's just a great presence to have around the group.
Final question with Duranga.
Rachin, it seems like you enjoyed a lot in bowling here. So we could see recent past New Zealand spinners have done a really great job in Asian conditions. What are the special things you have done in your preparations?
I think, I'm not sure if it's anything special. I think most of it is backing what we do and trusting our method. Obviously, we're used to bowling the overspin stuff in New Zealand because you're not getting that much purchase, so you're hoping getting a bit of dip and bounce and a bit of guile. And that wicket out there was suitable for that stuff. And I guess it's a bit of hard work, a bit of training, and I think it's more communication between the spin group. You've got obviously Sandner, who's one of the best white ball spinners in the world, who tells you what to bowl, so that helps having that extra cover. And we've got guys with a lot of experience. Ish over 100 T20s, Cole's played a lot of domestic cricket, GP's getting strength with off spin, and I'm just there to chip in a couple here and there. But I think that's certainly a strength of ours, and hopefully we can take that going forward.
That's it, and we do have Cole McConchie for the mix zone. You all can join them.